Princess Anne discloses Queen Elizabeth's primary concern prior to her demise. Princess Anne provides a moving glimpse into Queen Elizabeth Yu's worries on the practicalities of organizing her burial should she die in Scotland. According to the Princess Royal, Queen Elizabeth Yu was concerned that passing away in Scotland would make it more difficult for the authorities organizing her funeral. The late Queen's daughter sheds light on how the monarch upheld duty and service till the very end in a recent BBC program. Additionally, Princess Anne, 72, described her presence in Balmoral prior to Elizabeth's death in September of last year as serendipity. I believe there was a moment when she thought it would be more difficult if she passed away at Balmoral, the woman claims, and I believe we made an effort to convince her that wasn't a decision that needed to be made. I thus hope that she ultimately felt that was the correct decision, as I believe we did. Operation London Bridge was the code name for the events leading up to Elizabeth's death, such as the state burial, vigils, and lying in state. However, courtiers also prepared measures for the event that the Queen passed away in Scotland, abroad, or at any of her principal residences. It is hardly surprising that Elizabeth was considering others during her last days, as she fulfilled the promise she made on her 21st birthday in 1947 to dedicate her life to service, no matter how brief. Hugh Edwards is heard declaring the Queen's passing in the BBC documentary, which centers on Charles's first year as king. The company has suspended the presenter while it looks into accusations that were made against him earlier this year. The removal of the imperial state crown from the late Queen's coffin, which symbolized her duty being transferred to Charles, according to Anne, was a turning point in her life. When he removed the coffin's crown during my mother's funeral at St. George's at Windsor, I felt a strange sense of relief, like it was finally over. That duty is being transferred. Despite the fact that Charles has waited his entire life to become king, Anne remarks, I don't think anyone can truly prepare themselves for that kind of change. Not easily. After that, something changes and you see that you must move forward. The occupation of a monarchy never ends, she continues, even when a monarch is overthrown for any reason. Although it's a big operation, Anne also observes that Charles is having fun in his role as king. As queen consort, she is praised much by her, stating, I've known Camilla for a long time, off and on. She would not have been a natural in this role, but she does it incredibly well. Her comprehension of her role and the impact it has on the king has been quite remarkable. She also offers that variation in tempo and tone. She is just as contemporary.